श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय कृष्णकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे. So yesterday we saw, in the last class we saw the chanting, how to pronounce the third shloka. Now we'll just chant it, okay? Om yogo yogavidāṃ netā pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ nārasiṃhavapuḥ śrīmān keśavaḥ puruṣottamaḥ yogaḥ yogavidāṃ netā pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ nārasiṃhavapuḥ śrīmān keśavaḥ puruṣottamaḥ. So how many names are there? Yogaḥ, one. Yogavidāṃ netā. There are two words, but it is one name. Yogavidāṃ netā. Okay. Then pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. That is one word, compound word. Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ, third name. Then nārasiṃhavapuḥ, fourth name. śrīmān, fifth name. Then keśavaḥ, sixth name. puruṣottamaḥ, seventh name. There are 7 names in this shloka. Okay. Yogaḥ, yogavidāṃ netā, pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ, nārasiṃhavapuḥ, śrīmān, keśavaḥ, puruṣottamaḥ. Very good. So, yogaḥ. Here, Parāśara Bhatta explains this as yogaḥ as a yujyate prapyate aneneti, through which you attain or you gain that absolute, that Ishvara is a yogaḥ. Through whom? Vishnu himself. Okay, through his grace you gain that. Now, Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara interprets this as the ekatvabhāvanā, the intuition or the knowledge of identification. That is what is called as yoga. We'll come to this. Yogaḥ. Yogaḥ is akaranta shabda, aha. When it ends with aha, we know the fourth case will be aya. Yogaḥ, fourth case will be yogāya. Okay. So the namavali will be Om Yogāya Namaḥ. Om Yogāya Namaḥ. Om Yogāya Namaḥ. Om Yogāya Namaḥ. Very good. Now, Parāśara Bhatta, as we said, it is an explanation of Vishnu. He is the one who leads you to the right path. Remember that. That's how he explains this. Now, here, Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara starts with the shloka. He says, jñānendriyāṇi sarvāṇi nigruhya manasā saha ekatvabhāvanā yogaḥ kṣetrajñaparamātmanoḥ. Okay, we'll come to the second part later. That's another interpretation. Word yoga. So, jñānendriyāṇi sarvāṇi nigruhya manasā saha ekatvabhāvanā yogaḥ kṣetrajñaparamātmanoḥ. How you have to understand this? Manasā saha jñānendriyāṇi sarvāṇi nigruhya kṣetrajñaparamātmanoḥ ekatvabhāvanā yogaḥ. What is yoga? Jñānendriyāṇi, mind, manasā saha, along with the mind, controlling, nigruhya, controlling the sense organs, all the sense organs, knowledge sense organs. Okay, controlling the mind along with all the knowledge sense organs, and practicing the ekatvabhāvanā, the vision of the knowledge of identification between kṣetrajña jiva and Paramatma Ishvara. Okay, see, gaining the knowledge of non-duality by controlling the sense organs and mind is a yoga. That's a practice. Yoga is also the end result. Okay, so tadavāpyatayā yoga iti. That means which leads you to that end is also yoga. Iti yogavido vidhu. This is how yoga, the knows of yoga, explains this. Yogavido vidhu, yogavida is not the interpretation for the next word. Yogavidaha means the knowers of yoga. Very good. Now, in Yoga Shastra, the word yoga is defined in the first sutra itself. yogas chitta vritti nirodha. There, the word yoga is interpreted as interpreted from the root word yujur samadho, in the sense of samadhi. Some people interpret it in the sense of union, yujir yoge, from the root word yujir yoge. But bhāṣyakara, the person who commented upon it, he does not accept that. He accepts only samadhi. Okay. In yoga, there is no union. If you see the word union for the interpretation, don't touch that book. Yoga means samadhi. Here, it can either be samadhi or yoga. But wait. In fact, in our case, it should not be yoga, because there is no union of jivatma and parama. There is nothing to be identified to become one with. You are separated from that Paramatma. So when you meditate, all these ideas are stupid. There is no duality from the beginning itself. So where can you be separated and where can you be identified with it again? Gain union with it again. Okay. So how do you understand the yujur samadhi and yujur yoga root words? Yujur samadhi in the sense of samadhi. Yujur yoge means through the ekatvabhāvanā, through the knowledge of identification. Okay, you gain that, you become established in that non-dual self. That is the idea. Okay. Now, meaning the word yoga is a word referring to Brahman in the lakshana, through the indirect meaning, not the direct word meaning. It is a indirect meaning, the implied meaning. Okay, so the implied meaning of the word yoga is a Brahman self. Okay. Now, second word, yogavidāṃ netā. That's the second word. So for that he says, yogavidāṃ netā. What is yoga? Yogavidāṃ netā. Yogavidāṃ netā, Parāśara Bhatta interprets this as a vyavahita upāyah nisṭhānāṃ abhi netā, the one who leads the others who are practicing something else, something which is not a direct means. See, the direct means to gain Vishnu is a devotion. And instead of practicing devotion, they are practicing something else. Even them, he leads them to the proper path. That is what he interprets it as. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, yogaṃ vidanti vicārayanti jñānendriyāṇi labhante va iti teṣāṃ netā yogavidāṃ netā. Yogaḥ, vidanti, vicārayanti, labhante, the one who inquires into, one who understands, one who knows, one who gains the yoga, and the one who is the leader of those. Netā, this word we'll understand it later. Now we'll interpret. One who is the leader of those is a yogavidāṃ netā. Okay. Now, this netā is a trijanta shabda. Like if you have studied Sanskrit grammar, in Sanskrit grammar there is word in this Laghusiddhanta Kaumudi, there's a word called kroštru, dhātru, pitru, etc., which will be Pita, Matru, Mata, Kroštru, Krošta, Dhatru, Dhata. Similarly, Netru, Neta. Okay. So, yogavidāṃ netre. Netru plus a, netre. That is the word. Fourth case. So, the namavali will be Om yogavidāṃ netre namaha. Om yogavidāṃ netre namaha. Om yogavidāṃ netre namaha. Om yogavidāṃ netre namaha. Okay. So, Parāśara Bhatta, we saw, he leads the others who went astray to the right path. That is what he says. Okay. Now, astray means not in wrong path, not in the direct path. That's the idea. If you desire to be idiot, no one can help you, right? So yogaṃ vidanti. Vidanti means vicārayanti. Beautiful this is. Jānanti, labhanta itīvā yogavidaṃ. Yogavidaṃ, first he interprets yogavidaṃ. Yogavidaṃ means vidanti. Vidanti means vidajñāne dhatu. So instead of vidajñāne, to know, vidanti means to one who knows. Those who know. Vidanti, plural. So those who know. But instead of those who know, he interprets that as those who inquire. Okay? This is a very important thing. Those who inquire, jānanti, those who know, labhante, those who have gained, itiva yogavidaṃ. These three interpretations are possible for yogavidaṃ. Now, why is it interesting? See, yogavidaṃ means yogi. The knower of yoga is yogi. Okay. The word yogi, who is a yogi? An exalted soul, an expert in yoga. That is what we normally think as yogi. But the word yogi is not a person who is an expert in yoga. Is not yogi. A person who learns yoga is also yogi. How? There is a sutra in Sanskrit. Tadadhite tadveda. Tadadhite tadveda. If you read it, one who reads it and one who knows it, both are given the same suffix. So yogi. Yogi can mean he is a practitioner of yoga. Yogi can also mean he is the expert in yoga. Okay, so practitioner, vicārayanti, one who inquires into, and jñānanti, labhante, one who knows and one who has gained. That is also yogi. Okay, now teṣāṃ jñānināṃ. For those yogis means jñānināṃ. For those jñānis, for those liberated souls, netā, he is the leader. Netā means leader. That is why I said we will understand it in the bhāṣya. Leader. What is that? What will he do? Okay, all you liberated people, stand in one line. First, what is the stupidity? There is no all liberated people. Liberation means end of duality. So there is no possibility of all liberated people. Okay, even if they are liberated, oh, why are you standing in separate? Stand in the same line. There is no need for that also, because they are all people with yama, niyama, etc. They don't need to be trained in these kind of things. So where will he lead? Even if you accept they are standing in proper line, now where will he lead? To some strike? No. To some war? No. So what does netā mean? That is what is the beauty of interpretation. Netā means yogakṣemavahanādineti. He leads. Ni prapane dhatu, to lead. Leader. That is the netā means leader. Here he leads. What does he lead? He leads, he carries the yoga and kṣema to those people, to those liberated souls. I'll come to this. Yogavidaṃ, that is what is yogavidaṃ netā. Okay. Now, what does that mean again? He carries the yoga and kṣema to the liberated souls. See, the jñāni should be involved only in being established in the self. He does not need to take care of anything else. Everything else is taken care of by God, Ishvara. That in Bhagavad Gita, there is this statement, teṣāṃ nityābhiyuktānāṃ yogakṣemam vahāmyaham. Whenever I teach this, I say explicitly that this is a promise by Bhagavan. Teṣāṃ nityābhiyuktānāṃ, for those who are always in ananyaścintayanto mam. That is the shloka. Teṣāṃ nityābhiyuktānāṃ, those who are always established in me through the knowledge of identity, ananyaścintayanto. Yogakṣemam vahāmyaham, I carry the yoga and kṣema. Vaha prapane dhatu, I carry the yoga and kṣema. There is a story for this also. We'll come to that. So, yoga and kṣema. Yoga means that which you have not gained already. He makes you gain that. Kṣema means that which you already have. He protects, helps you to protect that. So, that is what is yoga and kṣema. He carries those. That is his duty. He carries that duty. That is why jñāni need not be worried about what comes and what does not come. Whatever he needs. That is why when people ask, what do you want, Guruji? So my simple answer, always, what is that? Whatever I need, whatever you bring, that I need. Whatever you don't bring, that I don't need. If you bring, I need it. If you don't bring, I don't need it. Simple. So whatever you need, he provides you with that. That's Ishvara's promise. You don't have to worry about what comes and what does not. Okay. So vahāmyaham. That's a story. They attribute the story to Madhusudan Saraswati, but I don't think he became a grahastha and all in between, because he came to Kashi to study Shastra, to condemn. He took sannyasa and all that. So, attributed story, but it is a story of a Mahatma. So, who is a grahastha, who is a family man? What the story? This is how the story goes. So, this fellow, he is a very learned, pious man. He does not go to beg or ask for money. And because of that, he is in a very poor condition. His wife, as always, is the nature of wife. She taunts him. She says, what is this? That fellow, he goes to those lectures, and this fellow, he goes to those these kings and all that he takes. They bring so much of money. And we don't even have enough food for us. So he leaves the house in the morning saying, okay, let me find something. So he goes to the Ganga Ghat, the place where they have staircase and all. He goes and sits in one of the ghats, the shores of Ganges, and he ponders over, what is this? I'm always involved in this, and I should be worried about salt and pepper. He takes the Bhagavad Gita book and sees yogakṣemavaḥ vahāmyaham. Vahāmi means to carry, vaha to carry. He strikes this and writes there, dadami, I give. He does not carry. He does not do it himself. He only brings, dadam, he only gives to people who ask. So that is stupidity. So he cancels that. Baha, dada, same characters. So there is no issue. Dadāmyaham. Okay. So like that, he was pondering and all that, and he comes in the evening and sees 10, 11, 12 house numbers. 10, the old house. 12, the same old house. But this 11, which is supposed to be his house, is now completely transformed. Not the gloomy look. It is very bright, painted and all that. It looks with the lamps and all that, lit with multiple lamps, decorated with flowers and all. He was like, what is this? 10, 11, 12. This is 11. But this doesn't look like my house. Should I knock or enter, or should I not? That is his dilemma. Wife, she knows. She opens. Why are you standing there? Even then, again scolding. Why are you standing there like that? Come inside. Okay, she invites him inside. And he is like, looking at his house. Everything is new and everything is shining, glittering and all that. He was like, wow. Before he is about to ask, are you a man? Are you even a human being? What happened? Why did you send all those things with that boy who is bleeding? You don't even have a humanity. He says, what happened? I don't understand. Why do we have this kind of richness? Where does this richness come from? So she says, the morning your disciple, he came, that young boy. He was bleeding all over. He carried a big sack of gold and diamonds and jewel, all this money and all that. So I had to take care of his wound. So, what wound? What this boy? He does not understand anything. He says, what happened at when and when? She said around 11 o'clock in the morning, this boy came. He was oozing blood from all the wounds from different parts. And he told me that Guruji sent me this sack, and we saw all this money and all. It's all for us, he said. Guruji said it is for us, so you can spend it in each way. So I spent it in decorating our house and renovating our house. What time? 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, I didn't meet anyone. What was I doing? I was sitting on the Ganges and I was striking the vahāmyaham and replacing it with dadami. Oh, that strike, that is the blood oozing. That is the wound in body. So he was like, I was cursing Bhagwan, and Bhagwan came to this lady who was cursing me, and he gave his blessing, his vision also, you know. So, dadāmyaham, it's a promise from Bhagwan, we need not doubt. Vahāmyaham, he carries. Yoga, whatever we don't have, he gives. Kṣema, whatever we have, he protects. Okay, the Bhagavadvacanāt. This is the statement from Bhagavan. Next word. Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Three words, a compound word, that is one word. One name. Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Okay. So, Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Parāśara Bhatta interprets it as a bandharupa badhyamanānaṃ ca sarvatha niyamakaha, the one who leads the way for both the bondage and the bound. Okay, Bhagavan Bhashyakara interprets it in a different way, similar. So he says, Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, Maya and Jiva, the one who is Ishvara of both, is a Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Okay, so Ishvaraḥ, since it ends with aha, the fourth case will be aya. Okay, so Pradhānapuruṣeśvarāya. So Namavali will be Om Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ namaha. Om Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ namaha. Shva. Om Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ namaha. Om Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ namaha. Om Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ namaha. Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ namaha. Very good. Now, here the Bhashya. Parāśara Bhatta, as I said, Bandha and the one who is bound. Bondage and one who is bound. He is the one who leads them, one who controls them. Pradhānaṃ, Prakritihi Maya. Pradhānaṃ means Prakritihi. Prakriti means Maya. Synonyms. Okay. Purushaha means Jiva. Tayoho Ishvaraha Pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Now, I forgot to say, yogavidāṃ netā. Yogavidāṃ, satsu dvishaha. With this sutra, quip comes. There is a suffix called quip. Sarvāpahāra. It comes and changes. Everything is elided. Nothing remains. Quip comes and quip goes completely. What is the point in coming and going? It changes the word, which is not a pada, which is not a proper word, to a proper word. It gives that status of becoming a proper word. That's all. Otherwise, no change. So, nayate. So, ni prapane dhatu nayate. Okay. So, with that ni dhatu, we have nul truchau. There is this sutra nul truchau. Nul and truch. Two suffix come. Truch is the suffix we are interested in. So, ni plus truch, ne plus truch, netru. Truch. The chakara also is later. Netru. That is the form. So, first case, netā. Okay. So, with yoga shabda, with bit, vidajñāni, yogavidāṃ. So, with word, it becomes in sixth case, yogavidāṃ. So, yogavidāṃ netā. That is the word for, that is how the word is coined. Okay. Now, pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Pradhāna. So, vyatparakam sarvam karyam asmin pradhiyate. That which establishes the whole effect, all the effects, right from the ether, is a pradhāna. Okay. Which is Maya. But Bhagavan Bhashyakara interprets it. This is Vivruti. This is a sub-commentary. But in commentary, Bhagavan Bhashyakara says pradhāna means Prakriti. Prakriti means Maya. Yes, that is one astonishing thing. Why? Because pradhāna and prakriti are not accepted as synonyms by the people who basically use that. Sankyans. Sankyans don't accept pradhāna and prakriti to be synonyms. Though they are same, they are not same. What does that mean? Similarly, what is Maya? Triguna Maya. Maya is that which is that which is endowed with three qualities, sattva, raja, and tamoguna. That is Maya. Pradhana and Prakriti also is endowed with three gunas. Okay, there is no difference in that. But how do they differentiate Pradhana and Prakriti? Pradhana means the state of equilibrium of the three gunas. Prakriti means the state where it becomes non-equilibrium. The equilibrium gets disturbed. That is Prakriti. But for us, there is no difference because whether it is equilibrium or non-equilibrium, they are both lie. They are false. So we don't have any problem with that. That's why he says Pradhānaṃ, Prakriti, Maya. Okay? Then Purushaha, Purishayanatvā, etc. We say Purusha means the Paramatma, Uttam Puruṣottamaḥ, or Tantu Upanishadam Puruṣam Pruchami. The word Purusha we normally interpret as self. Here, Jivaha. Why? This is the word is interpreted in a different way. He says, Purati, Paralokam Prati, Pranadibhyo Agre Gacchati. Purati means Agre Gacchati, along with the prana, etc. That which moves forward along with the prana, etc. Once you die, this subtle body leaves the gross body. Subtle body is that 17 things. Okay, the sense organs, the knowledge sense organ, the action sense organ, the mind, etc. So the 17 things here are called as a subtle body. So that subtle body moves. Agre gachati, it moves. So from that, pura, root word is pura agragamani. Pura means to go forward. Go forward means from one body to another body. That is the root word which is used for purusha. Pura, with that root pura, you have kushan, pratyaya. The suffix called kushan. Pura plus kushan. Kakara is dropped and nakara is also dropped. Pura plus usha. Pur plus usha. Purusha. Okay? So that is how the word is coined. Purusha. Now, next is Tayoho Ishvaraha, the Lord of both, the Maya and the Jiva, is pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Lord of both means, again, he is not going to command, oh, you do that, you do this. No. Īśāvāsyam idam sarvam. Īśāvāsyam idam sarvam. Ishvara is the one who engulfs everything. It is all covered by Ishvara. Isha means eat, one who rules. Here, that is not the meaning. Ishvara is not the ruler here. What does it mean then? He says, Ishvara means the expansion of the word pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ means pradhānascha puruṣascha tayoho ishvaraha pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Okay, for pradhana and purusha, one who is Ishvara, one who is the Lord. What is Ishvara here? So he says, Satta Spurana Pradatvena Adhishthānatva. He is Ishvara, he is Lord, not by commanding them. He gives them existence and experience, the nature of existence and experience, and by being the substratum, not involving with them. By being the substratum, he gives them existence and experience. That is why he is a pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. Though he is embodiment, non-embodied, embodimentless, he still takes care of these kind of things. That's why he is called as pradhānapuruṣeśvaraḥ. We'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.